This is the story of Pickles, a young dog who was found tied to a boulder during a brutal heat wave and went from being abandoned and alone to becoming the center of my entire world. During a dangerous summer heat wave, Pickles was discovered tied to a large boulder and left behind with no way to escape. She was later brought to New York City's ACC shelter, frightened, confused, and desperately needing someone to give her a second chance.
I know. I'm so sorry. We'll only be gone a couple hours, okay?
When I first saw her at the shelter, it was obvious she had recently had puppies. She was only about a year old herself, practically still a puppy, yet she'd already been through more than most dogs ever should.
Ready? Pickles! Pickles! Hey, sit!
I remember seeing her little chocolate brown eyes peeking over the edge of the kennel. Her tiny paws were pressed against the front, and she just stared at me. The moment our eyes met, I felt something click. I was sold almost instantly. I brought Pickles home, not fully knowing what to expect. Looking back now, I don't think she'd ever really lived inside a house before. Everything seemed completely new to her.
You don't say. Really?
The simplest things fascinated her. The car ride home felt like watching someone discover another planet. She stared out the windows the entire time, taking in every sight and sound with endless curiosity. Once inside the house, the surprises continued. Pickles became completely obsessed with the television. She would sit and stare at it for long stretches, looking utterly confused by the moving images. It was as if she couldn't quite figure out how people were somehow living inside a box. Despite all the new experiences, one thing became clear almost immediately. Pickles craved affection. The moment bedtime arrived, she wanted to be touching me at all times.
You guys, I actually don't think I can describe to you how obsessed I am with this little creature.
She would rest her head on my chest, drape half her body across me, and sometimes refuse to fall asleep unless her nose was pressed directly against my face. After everything she'd been through, it felt like she was finally allowing herself to feel safe. Before long, coming home each day became the best part of my routine. No matter how stressful life felt, I knew Pickles would be waiting at the door, ready to greet me with hugs, kisses, and enough excitement to make every bad day feel a little lighter.
Oh my goodness, it's your papa.
At the time, I was finishing medical school and preparing to begin my residency. It was one of the most demanding and exhausting periods of my life. There were days when I felt completely overwhelmed, but Pickles somehow always knew how to make things better. She became my constant companion and one of the biggest reasons I was able to get through that chapter of my life. On the hardest days, simply sitting beside her brought me comfort and reminded me to keep going. A few months after adopting Pickles, I started dating my boyfriend. I wasn't sure how she'd react to someone new entering our lives, but any concerns disappeared almost immediately. Pickles fell in love with him from the very beginning. The first time he visited, she casually placed one paw on his leg and slowly scooted closer and closer until she was practically lying on top of him. From that moment on, she decided he belonged to her too. It didn't take long for Pickles' mischievous side to appear. She quickly earned a reputation as a bit of a boyfriend thief. Whenever she thought he was paying too much attention to me and not enough attention to her, she'd wedge herself directly between us and demand to be the center of attention. Looking back now, it's hard to believe Pickles is the same dog who was once abandoned and left alone during a heat wave. Today, she's loved beyond measure and fills our home with joy every day. She came into my life when I needed her most, and while I may have rescued her, I truly believe she rescued a part of me too.
I thought, yeah.